Hey friends, back again one more time, and on today's video, come with me to the market, but this is going to be a different type of market event. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to find your target market. One of our friends has sent me a DM asking about target markets, and I was supposed to post this for a while ago, and it's been a lot of things happening back to back, but I am finally getting to it, and hopefully this helps you guys. So these clips have nothing to do with the video. It's just me being silly. But without further ado, are you ready? Here we go. So the shirt that I'm wearing, it is listed on my website, and I only have 3 more left in the size 2X. Good morning, you guys. I had this jacket zipped all the way up because it's cold outside. But we are on our way to a market. New hair, who is this? No, I wanted to, when I went to the store yesterday to go get my wig that I really like, they didn't have it. So I had to pick something because the other one was just, it was not wigging the way it was supposed to wig. And I was like, nope, got to do something different. So I found this one. I said, why not give it a try? I haven't worn bangs since I was like a little kid. I think I might have worn bangs as an adult, but it's very seldom that you catch me with bangs. The banging. But we are on our way to a market today, and I'm going to do this video a little differently. Usually when I do markets, the video is just about going to the market. But today we are actually going to do a video about your target demographics. And this video is brought to you by, it is not sponsored, the topic was brought to you by Nail Logic. Our friend Angie at Nail Logic had a question about how to find your target demographics, your target market, those good things. And I had promised her a while ago that I was going to make a video on this, but life be lifing sometimes, and you know, it just kind of got away from me. And I don't know, like before when I first started YouTube, you know, I solely worked for myself. Most of my sales was from online, so I was always like in my office, so I always had the opportunity to record. And now that I teach during the day and then I run my business at night, and then we're constantly going different places for my business, I don't have as much time as I used to. So, why are you in my window, sir? Shouldn't you be driving your car? So, it made me forget what I was saying. It's just weird, and now he's slowing down to catch up. Like, it's a little weird. But now I really don't have as much time as I used to, so it's been kind of hard to record those types of videos. So I was like, you know what, just record it on the go. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So first, let's get into what is target market, and then we'll also get into target demographics, because you have to know where your target audience is and what their demographics is all about. All right, so are you ready? Here we go. Oh, by the way, we are early this morning. I did get up at 4:30, and we are on our way to the market. It's 7:09. I would have been there earlier, but I decided to spend some time with my hubby this morning, and so yeah. But target market. Your target market is, are you ready for it? The people who are going to be buying from you. They are your consumers. They are the people who want what it is that you have to sell. All right. So that is what your target market is. It could be females. It could be males. It could be children. It could be animals. Hold on, let me order my food and we'll get back to it. You know what I was just thinking? We might have to split this video up into 2 different segments because this can get a little deep. I mean, it just all depends. You can have a broad market or you can have a niche down market, okay? So like when I say broad, I mean you can service, your target market is families. Your target market is women between the ages of 60 and 90 or things like that. But then when it gets kind of niche down, let's say you make a product, a technology product, and only businesses are going to use it. That would be, you would have a B2B type of product. But then again, it depends on what type of businesses we use it. What if your product is made for specifically a beard oil for men that are losing hair or people who have alopecia? You see what I'm saying? Like, it depends on who you're going after. Now, your target market can change over time because mine's did, and we'll talk more about that once we get more into the video. But yeah, so we can start there. Like, who is your product made for? And I believe Angie at Nail Logic, she, I know that she makes body skincare products, and she also has a therapeutic ache and pain relief salve. I did try that. It was some good stuff. I really need to get some more of that and put it on my back because it was some good stuff. But if we're just looking at her salve that's made for aches and pains to help relieve those, right? That would be more towards athletics, people who may have arthritis. Her target market may be people who lift boxes all day. It could be men and women between ages 30 and up, because technically that's when you start having those types of aches and pains. But that's just to name a few. Now, when it comes to like her body soaps and stuff like that, she has a wider range unless she chooses to market it to a certain age group. Because I feel like everybody needs body soap. But let's say like she had a fragrance body soap. What was that fragrance that everybody used to love back in the day? Like Cherry Blossom or White Diamond. Like, you would have to be an older female to know of that scent. Most younger adults aren't going for that. So that would be her target market, would be someone who was born and alive during that time frame when that was popular, because now it's nostalgic to them. Like, it brings back memories. Versus with this time frame, if she did something that had a fruity scent or a flower scent, you can sell that to just about anybody. Your target market is open. So does that kind of make sense? All right, let's go a little bit deeper. Real quick, you guys, please go and support my business. Buy something from off of my website. Right now, I'm using my tumbler that I made. Keep your hot drinks hot and your cold drinks cold. Okay? Okay, so the next portion is your target demographics, which is diving deeper into what your target market is. Okay, so demographics, where do they live? Where do they spend their time? What is their hobbies? What is their interest? What is their median income for that household? Or what type of business do they work at? Ooh, excuse me. How many children do they typically have? Are these people married? Are they single? What area do they live in? And it's so deep and complex, but not complex at the same time. It just takes doing a little bit of research to figure out who and where these people live. So like, let's look at Walmart and Target. They have really specified who their target market is. Anyone can shop at any store, but are you willing to spend more money for the same things that you can get at Walmart at Target? Because technically, it's the same stuff in there. They both sell pots. They both sell makeup. They both sell clothing. They both sell food. It's just two different price points, right? So pricing also goes into that when you think about who your target demographics is. That's why you need to know how much do the people that you're trying to target make. What is their average income for that household? And all of this stuff can be found by just doing a simple Google search. What is the average? Okay, so let's look at Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is broken up into different sides of Charlotte. So you have the south side, you have University, you have the west side, you have the east side, you have the north side, and then there's places in between there. All right, the demographics for these, let's talk about Ballantyne and South Park area. And if I get some time this week, I'm going to try and drive through there so that you can kind of see more of what I'm talking about. South Park and Ballantyne area is where your judges, your doctors, surgeons, lawyers, celebrities, that's where they are living at. People on that side of Charlotte tend to have more disposable income, right? So most of the people on that side of town are looking for more high quality items. And sometimes it's not even about high quality, it's about the atmosphere. So if you think about Walmarts, I don't even know where there is a Walmart on the south side. I could probably tell you where about 15 different Targets are. I can tell you that there is South Park Mall on the south side that sells Gucci, Louis Vuitton. It has a Gucci store, a Louis Vuitton store. When Beyonce came to Charlotte, that's exactly where she went, and she shut the mall down. Like, that's the kind of area that you're in. Versus when you go to the university area, it basically says what it is. It's a university area. You have UNC Charlotte that is there. We do have some other schools that aren't too far from the university area, but the biggest attraction in the university area is UNC Charlotte, which is a school. I'm about to miss my exit talking to y'all. Jesus. However, in that area, people have money, but most of the community are college students, and then you have people who have families that live in that area. So there's money in the area, but I'm not going to say that the people in that area make as much as the people in South Park, and there could be some people who do, but we're looking at the average household. So the people in the university area, they are probably shopping at places like Target, at Route 21, Forever 21, places like that. Not so much of they can't afford Gucci, Prada, and Fendi. They probably can, but more than likely their average medium income, they will be shopping in places like Target, Route 21, Forever 21, because it's a university area, so they're younger. So you kind of got to know where you're at and how much the people are making there, because you can't be charging astronomical prices in an area that says that the people there are making below poverty. It's not going to work, right? And then I'm not going to say that you can't go to like South Park area and charge cheap prices, because you can. The issue will become you will have to have a lot of traffic coming in, because you have to be able to afford South Park rent as far as your commercial space, wherever you're leasing your building and stuff like that. You have to be able to afford the rent there. That's why typically when you go to certain areas, prices cost more, because they have higher overhead costs, right? So that's one of the things when it talks about your target market, your target demographics. Those are things that you need to know. You need to know, where do they like to hang out? So if I'm selling, fashion handbags, anyone can buy a fashion handbag and wear it. But if my target market is a younger crowd, and like the graffiti bags. They are a fashion piece, right? But most young people will wear those. I wouldn't want to go in an area where it's elderly people, because they're probably not into stuff like that. Like, they're probably into plain Jane colors, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they don't want to be overly flashy. So I would want to market something different to them, right? This is where it comes down to getting influencers involved, where you're paying for your marketing. If you're the influence that you're trying to market to, let's say you have, it's either high-end quality, you're looking for a high-end amount of money, or it's typically not something that you would put on sale, you wouldn't want to get an influencer online who advertises thrift shopping to market your product, because typically their shoppers are looking for a deal. They're looking for money off. So if I'm selling a bag for maybe $50 or $45, they may not be my market. Even if the bag was $25 and they're used to spending $5 to $10, they're probably not my target market. So I wouldn't send that influencer my items. When it comes to doing ads on Instagram and Facebook, one of the things that they'll ask you is like, do you want to target people who have certain interests in da-da-da-da-da? Like, they'll say certain TV shows or certain restaurants or certain places, because typically people in certain places typically spend their time at the same thing. So, like, let's say that you have a sundress that is more boho chic. Typically you would see this in Target or J. Crew. Most people who are watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta probably aren't going to want to wear something like that. And I'm not saying everyone who's watching that would not want to, but for the majority, that wouldn't probably be your target market. Let's say that you were selling the graffiti handbag. That could possibly be your target market, people who watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let's say you're selling costume jewelry. People who watch, I'm trying to think of a show. People who watch Selling Sunset could possibly be interested in it. But if it was like real jewelry, we're talking about real gold, real diamonds, that's probably where I would want my commercials displayed at while that show is showing, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of other examples that aren't crappy. But we're at the market, so I'm probably going to do some voiceovers. Also, Angie did, she left me some voice messages on Instagram, and I'm hoping I'm still able to listen to those because they're fairly older. But hopefully I'll be able to listen to those and play them for you so that you guys can hear some of her questions, and, you know, we can get the answers for it, so that way if you have these same questions, it'll help you out at the same time. There's literally no one here, and I am loving it because that means I'm here early, which means I literally will be able to unpack, and not feel super rushed. But yeah, so let me get this show on the road, and then we'll get back to it, and hopefully I can play those voice messages. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop down in the comments, leave a comment, ask a question. You can always reach out to me by email, social media, and I do respond back to people. I try to respond back when I get a chance, but never feel afraid to ask questions. That's how you're going to get answers. All right, so see you in a little bit. Bye.
And I think I know what I believe my target audience is. Say, for instance, I just start with my hand lotions. I know for a fact that my clients that come and get their nails done, they always talk about how dry their hands are. And most of them are nurses. So I said, okay, I know women, mid-30s, 40s, that have to wash their hands all the time. So I guess my target audience, for example, would be either nurses or people that wash their hands a lot. And I don't know how I would categorize that once I do an ad, but I'll have to see.
Hey Angie, so it sounds like you've kind of figured out who your target demographic is, nurses and the age range, and now it sounds more like you need to know when you're running ads on social media, how do we find those people? So if you're running an ad on like Facebook or Instagram, it'll ask you if you want to target people whose interests or behaviors are such and such. I would put in for that people who, like, if you're looking at TV shows, I would type in Grey's Anatomy, The Resident, because those are all TV shows that are catered to people in the medical field, and more than likely they're probably going to be watching it. You could also target ads to people who you could target people who have doctor or nurse listed as a job title, or find groups that are catered to doctors and nurses on, you know how they have like the Facebook groups and stuff? I would be typing in nurse groups and things like that, and you'll find people in there to market to. Another place to look at is at the universities, the smaller colleges, the trade schools, where they offer like CNA nursing programs and things like that. And I would go up there to find out who the chair is over that department, over the nursing department, and find out if they'll let you come up there one day and just speak to the students on the campus to let them know the benefits of your products and how it may help them. And you could even do like a couple of giveaways, play some games with the students, and do giveaways to at least get your product out there for them to be talking about, and offer it also for sale. That is another marketing tactic that you could do. I could talk on and on about so many different ways that you could come up with marketing strategies, like even typing up just some regular flyers with a discount code that says discount for paramedics, EMS, nurses, doctors, and put what you're giving a discount code for your product and what the benefits are, and all they have to do is use this code at checkout. I would print up a bunch of those and actually take them up to the office manager at the doctor's offices, the schools, the hospitals, all of that good stuff, to get your stuff out there. Also, around Christmas time, I know we're nowhere near it, but around Christmas time, a lot of companies do holiday parties, and they are always looking for things to give away during those holiday parties. And I know that I was asked by a hotel to give them gift cards in exchange for rooms. So it's not technically monetary value, but if you look at it, it could turn into that if they give your products out and put your business cards with the products that they're giving out. Maybe that person in return will end up purchasing them from you in the future. But also you could trade and barter. So you would receive something from that company in exchange for you giving your product away for them to use at their company parties. So that's another avenue to look at. But like I said, there's so many different things that you could do. I would try those first and see where it takes you. And if you need more help, let me know, and I got you. It is cold out here. I have been doing some Christmas shopping while I've been out here, so that's not a good thing. But I'm thinking about going home early. I just haven't decided yet, because it's been kind of slow, and usually it's super busy around this time, so if it doesn't pick up anytime soon, I'm gonna probably head on out. See what the weather says it is outside. So right now it's 51, and the high for today is only supposed to be 53. Hello, how are you? So it is 51 outside right now, and let's see what the weather is supposed to be for today. It is supposed to start raining at 2, so I might start packing up in the very near future because I don't want to be stuck out here in the rain. That's for sure. Let me call Sean and see if he'll come out here to help me pack up because I don't want to be stuck in the rain. Let's see what he's doing.
Hello?
Hola, where are you? Where are you? Where you going?
85 South.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Take 85 South, Southeast Dallas.
Are you about to come up? Because it's supposed to rain at 2 and I want to go ahead and start packing up. Yes, I want to go ahead and start packing up now.
Yeah, so just telling me to come on out there now. So I was like, let me go ahead and get on up.
Yeah, and I'm cold and it's kind of slow today. So I'm ready to go when you are. All right. Bye.
All right, bro.
Bring me something to eat.
Something like what?
Burger King. There's one right down the street from here. Either Burger King or McDonald's. Which one are you gonna go to?
Probably Burger King.
All right, bye. Sucker.
All right, later.
Love you too. Bye. Well, that's a double win. We get food and we get help. So yeah, by the time he gets here, I'm gonna go ahead and start packing it up. Dang, I wish I would have known he was coming up here because I would have told him to grab my poncho. Y'all, I brought a poncho just for when it rains at the market so that I don't get wet. And I have not worn it because it has not rained. And then the day that it wants to rain, guess who doesn't have their poncho? I don't. All right, so let's make some more scrunchies. All right, let's blow this joint. I really would like to go and get my eyebrows done, but I need to go drop this stuff off, and I don't know if the place is going to be open by the time we get done with this or not. But if they are, I'm definitely going to go get them done. Because my eyebrows are I made 85 cents less than what I made last weekend, but it was kind of cold out here, so I was kind of expecting that to happen just a little bit. And then it did call for rain, but it ended up not raining, which was weird because it didn't rain. So that was a little sad. I won't be out here next weekend because that's the first weekend of the month, and I don't know, something just said don't come next weekend, so I will be back the weekend after. I really didn't even get to record that much because of how my table was set up, but I don't think I'm gonna get my old spot back because there were some people who they make jewelry, and they used to rent out the spot that I was in before I had got there. And what happened was they decided that they wanted to go into one of the permanent locations, but when they went into the permanent location, they didn't like it because they said that no one comes back there, they weren't making any money, and then the people next to them just played loud music all day long to the point where they didn't want to be back there anymore. So they said that as soon as their contract was up, they decided to move back because it was just too much for them. So I don't know, and they make a lot of money. Like, they do really good. So for them to say something like that, I really believe that you probably don't make as much money back there, because I'm not gonna lie, it's at the very back of the flea market, and when you start walking back that way, it does look a little sketchy because people don't keep up with their stuff, and then you can't tell if people are open or not. And by the time you've walked everywhere else, you're kind of tired, because the front area is super big. The area where I'm at goes from one end to the other end, and the front area gets a lot of foot traffic. The reason why I per se don't want to be there is because you're exposed to the elements, and there's no way to block it off. So if it starts raining, you're going to get wet. And then the other areas where they're like half a shed, which are permanent locations, I don't think any of those are available at the moment. So that probably won't be a good spot. But I don't know, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm just gonna keep looking. That's all I can do for now. I do know I need to drink more water, and I need to stop eating bread because it's making me so bloated. Alright, we're gonna go take this stuff back, and then we're going to take this stuff back, and then we're gonna get ready. I need to go to the office and do some things. Man, I wish it was somewhere around here that had like hot cocoa or something. Like, my feet are freezing, but I do think it is a Dunkin' Donuts up the way. All right, see you guys later. Bye.